Alay, Mike. Sino may question? Or, does it go there? Okay.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Vivar from Soundcheck.
Hi, Ronnie.
Bagong website dito. So, ang tanong ko, may narinig kami 4 songs. 4 songs in your EP. And please take us to the creation of these songs. Isa-isa mo ba itong ginawa or may conscious effort na may kwento ito na may parang quadrilogy of love? Kwentuhan mo naman kami.
Hello. Actually, matagal na yung mga songs. Most of them are unfinished songs way back 10 years ago. So, hindi ko matapos eh. Kasi I've been thinking of the right story, how am I gonna write these songs? Lalo na tong Huling Pag-ibig. I was writing this alongside with Hiling back then. Pero, sabi ko parang may kulang na kwento. So, nilagay ko lang sila sa shelf. Most of them, sinelf ko lang. But then I realized na as I go along my journey, yun kwento ko nga kanina after finding my fiancé.
Congratulations.
Yes, after that, then doon ko na-start, para saan ba talaga tong song na to? And then when I started connecting with the fans, when I was actually doing the album, I thought my story yung missing. But then I realized it was the story of the people who are missing. Because itong album na to is a collective story of these people na nag-share din sa akin online ng mga love stories nila. So, Huling Pag-ibig talks about, yun nga, paano kung binawi ulit, anong gagawin mo? And then, ang daming nag-comment, aray pa, nangyari rin sa akin yan, yung iba 10 years, 8 years, engaged na, iba married, some even people, hindi lang binawihan pa ng buhay. So maraming stories behind it that inspired me to finish this song. And then when it comes to Ayaw Mo Na, ito naman yung song na yung marami tayong traditional eh, 'di ba? So when it comes to love, pinaglalaban talaga natin what is right for lalo na kung married, 'di ba? So you go there and fight for it kahit na minsan naargabyado ka or ikaw na yung nagpaparaya just to keep the family intact. But then you realize na until how long? So yun yung song. And then yung Paano Ba Mag-isa, it's actually talking about not just about losing a loved one through breakup. I've experienced great loss with friends. Lalo na nung pandemic, I lost my best friend. And then my friend lost his wife, which is also my friend, after giving birth. Recently, when I was writing it. And then, yung tita ko, namatay yung tito ko. So, ang tanong sa akin ng tita ko, umiiyak sa akin. Hindi ko alam saan ako magsisimula. Hindi ko alam kung paano ba ulit? How do I move on with this life without my loved one? So, doon ko nasulat yung Paano Ba Mag-isa. And then, itong paalam na, as I went home, yung friend ko, he just broke up of a 5 years relationship. And then, we started writing it. And then, doon lang nag-flow yung song. So, yun yung journey niya eh. So, it's not just my story, it's a collective of stories of these people. So, yun yung journey about writing this one.
So, how do you get in the zone pag gumagawa ka ng kanta? Anong creative process mo? Usually.
I'm a very empathic person. So, pag nagkwento ka sa akin, napipicture ko yung situation and I can put myself in your shoes. Sometimes, mas amplified when I feel it. So, di ba, nagkwento ka sa akin ng malungkot ka, immediately yun, may maiisip na ako. Then, I'm able to translate that emotion to melodies and lyrics.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Sino pa yung may mga question kanina? Go ahead.
Hello, congratulations. I'm here from Business Mirror.
Thank you.
So hearing you sing on live, sobrang tagos na tagos sa puso at grabe yung pag-relapse namin.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my question is, for fans who see their own stories in your songs, what do you want them to understand about love, loss, and moving forward?
Una, hindi ka nag-iisa. Kasi we always ask this question, bakit sa akin nangyayari to? Diba? When we feel that pain, we always question, Lord, bakit sa akin nangyayari to? Bakit mo ako ginaganito? That's the first immediate, you look someone to blame. Na bakit ganito? And then, yung song is about the journey of how you go about it. It's not just about acknowledging the feeling, but actually guiding you how to go through that process. Para yung emotional journey mo with your pain, how do you heal from it? Kaya nga the album ended with acceptance. Kasi the only way for you to solve a certain pain, syempre is acceptance. But that happens through time. Hindi mo siya masabi kung kailan eh. Pero once you're able to go through that journey, then finally you'll be able to move forward, and then the doors will start to open again for you.
Right. For my last question, if Huling Pag-ibig is the closing chapter, what story are you ready to tell next?
Actually, the album ended with closing or losing the greatest love. Pero meron pa kasing tinatawag na tawag dito, God's best. So, itong God's best ang tawag namin sa Christian. Ito yung nakalaan talaga para sa'yo. Without forcing it. That's what happened to me when I met her. It's effortless. So how do you go from great loss to living life alone and then loving again? So syempre, yung pagdating ng God's best na yun is always going to be a journey. So I might write about the trial and errors again of love or some losing trust. Diba? How can you love again after going through such pain? So I think those are the topics that I'm gonna write about after this.
But how soon can we expect that song to be released?
Within this year.
This year?
This year, yes.
Alright, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi Mark, Cesar from Net20.
Kamusta ka na?
Letters and Music.
Yeah.
Ano ba yung gusto mong maramdaman ng listeners habang pinakikinggan itong latest track mo? At the same time, hands-on ka ba sa pagsusulat and the same sa production, sa whole production ng process po na mabuo itong isang song?
Yes. Thank you for that question. Una kong gusto ma-feel ng mga tao is ilabas mo yung nararamdaman mo. Kasi that's the only way for you to start accepting it. You have to let it out. Kung baga sa lobo, kailangan mo siyang pasingawin eh. Kailangan mong iiyak lahat yan eh. So that's the first emotion that I want people to experience. Na may nakikiramay sa kanila. Na may nakakaintindi at nakakaunawa ng pinagdaanan mo. So yun yung first. And then, what was the question? Yung writing process?
Writing process and paano ka hands-on mula sa creativity, sa arrangement.
Actually, very hands-on, no? Kasi I also arrange songs. So, although I have a producer, but meron akong certain concept when I started doing this. Kung papansinin mo, it's a variety of genres while I was doing it. The first song was based on an Adele style. Kaya para siyang, I forgot what's the song of Adele eh. Yung, ano song ni Adele yun? All I Ask. Para siyang All I Ask. And then, ayaw mo na, actually, it was inspired by Ben and Ben. Kasi yung kanta nilang Katang Isip. And then, Paano Ba Mag-isa is based on my roots. It's based on Ariel Rivera and Ray Valera style, kaya mas traditional yung arrangement. And then the last one was alternative because that was, kasi yung other band ko, like mentioned before, we were a rock band before I became a balladeer. So I just wanted to close the album with, kaya ganun. So, yun yung journey. So, I'm very hands-on and yung mga concepts na yun started when I was writing the songs. Except for the last one, na-realize ko na alternative pala siya when we were in the studio na.
And in terms of mismong theme and the message of the song, yung Last Love, ay sa EP, Last Love, at the same time meron ka ditong single na paalam na tinutumbok niya yung mga broken hearts na mga puso, diba? Pero kasi kahit ang essence din ng music, kahit na masaya yung isang tao, pero pag napakinggan niya isang masakit na song, nakaka-relate eh.
Yeah.
Yun ba yung gusto mo rin na yung ihatid yung konsepto na kahit hindi ka broken hearted, pero maaari kang matouch nitong music?
Sabi nga niya, ano yung sabi? Relapse. Yun eh. Kasi bago ka naman maging masaya, for sure nasaktan ka din. parang wala namang taong sumaya ng hindi nasaktan, ng hindi nag-struggle, or even the happiest relationship, walang perfect eh. Minsan, nagkabalikan lang kayo, or minsan, iniwan ka niya, tapos tsaka mo lang na-meet yung isa. So, yung journey mo ba, kaya that's why we value true love eh. Kasi the journey towards it is not that easy. So, listening to these songs, yun yung gusto kong ma-experience ng mga tao na makarelate sila. Not, tama, to relapse and recall, yung mga pinagdaanan mo ba bago ka maging masaya, kung masaya ka man.
Okay, last question na lang. Sorry to ask this kasi ito na rin yung trend ngayon. Para sa'yo, gaano kahalagang human touch sa isang love song? Kasi usually, right now, trending AI-generated songs. Para sa'yo, gaano kahalaga ang human touch sa isang kanta, lalo na kung ito yung love song?
The only way for you to relate to a song is through human touch. Yun yung number one. Kasi kung wala yun, you're just going to be a trend. Maganda pakinggan, pero ang tanong, will you last? Ang purpose and mission ko is to last my songs for a lifetime. Yung maging timelessness. And I think yung human touch ang magpapatagal sa'yo sa industriya. You can always have these trends na mapatrending yung generated songs or whatever. But ang tanong, how will you do it again? You may have write it now, but how will you do it again? And if you don't have that human touch, hindi mo siya mauulit.
Ano yung stand mo dito sa AI-generated music?
Well, for me, AI is a tool. Still. Kumbaga, it's a very high-tech tool na it enhances yung mga naiisip mo. So, depende kung how you use that tool. Kasi, for me, a good song is a good song. Whether in-arrange mo yan or what, you can sing it a cappella. Pero pag pangit yung song, kahit anong make-up mo dyan, pangit talaga yung song. You can only do so much with that tool. Kaya ikaw pa rin ang magde-determine on how good your song can be.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Who else? Come on.
Hi Mark, I'm Lorliza from Manila Society.
Hello.
So this is yung question ko is more of siguro medyo personal.
Okay.
Gusto ko lang kasi maintindihan who Mark Carpio really is. I mean, you said parang 10 years na, di ba? So, how did you manage? Can you give us parang background with your journey sa music industry mo? Being a solo or with a band? Kasi we all know Mark Carpio, Monaco.
Yes.
Parang,
Yes.
so how did you manage? Parang, kasi your dad is in real estate. Paano ka nakali sa shadow? And how did you manage the industry that you love?
That's a very interesting question, no? Sorry, I'm not here to brag, but my dad owns this place in the building. So, tama ka eh. May maging ganung thought ako when I was young. Siyempre, coming from an established father, how do you create your own identity? And that was the biggest question with me. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ko naman pinagdaanan yung mga pinagdaanan mo. Siyempre siya, he went through hardships, he's ragged to riches. So, saan ako lulugar? I'm not placed in that situation to go through that hardship. So that's when I tried to start music. And before that, actually, when I was young, he was supportive with music. But as I got older, medyo hindi siya ganun ka-supportive kasi he wanted me to do business. So I had to balance that na paano kong i-handle yung situation na yun. But then, I was able to find that out. Nung lumabas yung album ko, sabi niya sa akin, noong una ayaw niya eh, pero nung lumabas na yung album ko, naiwan ko yung isang box sa bahay. And then nagkaroon kami ng family reunion. Tapos sabi niya, pag uwi ko, nahanap ko yung box. Sabi ko, nasaan yung mga box? Pinamigay ko na eh. Yung pala, the back of his mind, he was still very proud of it. So, how was I able to find that identity? Music was always my first love. Although I finished business. Pero entrepreneurship, but still, it was always my first love. And instead of that shadow, it's actually a blessing. Kasi coming from a father who can well guide you and support you, parang it's never a disadvantage. Yun yung yun yung misconception about it eh. Na syempre, you want your own identity. You own your identity, be proud. I'm proud of my father, I'm proud of my family, I'm proud of his achievements. And I'm always gonna be part of that kasi last name pa lang Carpio. Hindi ko na maaalis yun. And usually that's the biggest question with second generation when it comes to business, di ba? Na how do you create your own? And for me, you don't have to. You just have to embrace it and start from there. Di ba? So kung yun ang ginawa ko, hindi ko binatawan yung business, I still work full-time. Actually, kanina nga tumatawag yung mga ka-meeting ko. So I'm still working full-time and I just sing on Sundays, on weekends. And instead of me having a hobby, na hobby lang, for me, this is my passion. And yun yung ginawa ko. All my extra time that I can find, I really do music. So, yun talaga. And it's more of not about me. It's about the people who I can reach. Kasi nga, for me, that's my purpose when I do my music. It's my megaphone on the messages. So, yun.
Parang ano, make use of your resources.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Oh, huwag na kayo mahiya. Kahit hanggang ano pa tayo, dinner. So, wala na yata. Go ahead. Ay, abot mo na lang yung mic para hindi na siya ano.
Curious lang ako, ano yung una mong inanta? At kanino mo siya inalay? Tapos sabi mo yun along 10 years, yung isang inumpose mo na kanta. Bakit sobrang haba ng journey?
Which one? Huling Pag-ibig? Kanina ko siya dinedicate?
Ah.
Huling Pag-ibig, talks about, sabi ko nga kanina, syempre, dedicate ko pa rin doon sa partner ko. When I was writing it. Kasi sabi niya, paano kung kasi alam mo naman yung babae may mga random questions eh. Paano pag namatay ako? Anong gagawin mo? Didate ka ulit? Natanong akong ganon. Oh, so pakasal ka ulit, ganyan. Di sa akin. Sabi ko, ha? Sabi ko, hindi ko na kaya magmahal ulit. Yan ang sabi ko sa kanya. Hindi ko na kaya magmahal ulit. Ikaw lang ang mahal na mahal ko. Ha? Di ba? Yun yan eh. Ikaw na yung huling pag-ibig ko. Ha? Ayan siya. Payo ka naman, baby. Payo ka lang. Ikaw naman. Yan. Ikaw ang huling pag-ibig ko. Yun. So, sa kanya ko dinidedicate yung song. Okay. And what do you have questions? No.
Hello po. I'm
Hi.
Shermine po from Simple the Page po. Curious lang po ako kasi lahat po ng songs niyo is very relatable even though hindi pa nakaka-experience yung mga tao ng broken hearted. Curious lang po ako, meron po ba kayong songs na parang feeling nyo, i-give up nyo na yung song sa pag gumawa po ng music or ng kanta? Isang songs po, hindi naman po, di ba, sobrang dali mag-create ng song. So, which song po sa album nyo, yung parang iniisip nyo na hindi ko na lang kaya ituloy itong isulat kasi ang hirap niyang buuin. Kasi,
Yung ayaw mo na. Yung second track. Nakailang attempt na akong munti ko pa i-do it kay Sarah Geronimo yung song na yan. Tapos, binigay ko pa dun sa isang kong friend, pero hindi naman tumuloy. I think, may mga ganong songs eh. Kasi nga, ang tagal lang nakabank nitong mga songs na to. So, syempre, hindi ko naman nagagamit. Ay, gusto mo ba? Pero then I realized na, why don't I give it a shot? Kasi, you can't judge a song until it's finished. So, kailangan mo siyang i-record. Iba kasi yung ginajump mo lang eh. So, there's one song, yun nga, yung ayaw mo na. But other than that, actually, yung Huling Pag-ibig din. Halos ibigay ko din yan. Kasi matagal na nga yung song. But then again, sabi ko, parang may potential yung song. So, nire-write ko siya. Kinip ko lang yung melody ng chorus. Pero nung malinaw na sa akin na parang Adele to, ganyan, binago ko lahat yung verse, and then restructure, and then, pwede pala. Kasi, may mga song na may certain good parts lang, pero not all the time, always. Hindi niya ma-maintain yung attention mo. Meron namang songs na, pang ganda, Kasi maganda talaga lahat. Itong mga aking unfinished songs na to, may magagandang parts, pero maraming hindi maganda. So, as I went along, nung nahanap ko nga yung mga tamang stories as I experienced when writing these songs, doon ko na-realize na kaya pala hindi siya tapos kasi hindi ko pa na-experience yung journey na yun. And then when I added yung story nga ng mga tao, then I realized na itong album pala na to, ang missing is yung story ng mga listeners. So when I did that, mas lumitaw yung talagang purpose niya. And then I realized na, parang isang kwento pala to ah. So doon ko lang nag-decide. Ito, later on lang kami nag-decide na gawing album to. So naging cohesive siya.
Last question ko po. If magiging movie po yung Huling Pag-ibig, ano po yung genre niya? If ever.
Ah,
Kung bibigyan niyo ng
hindi,
twist.
well, definitely romantic film. Rom-com lalabas yan. Kasi, I think kasi kailangan ipakita mo yung journey nung ups and downs, nung trial and error. Siguro tungkol siya sa taong yung nakakailang try na. Alam mo yung commercial ng Milo ba yun? Practice ako ng practice. Alam mo yan? Parang ganun din, na try ka ng try, bakit ganun? Ang alat ko naman. Kasi yun yung sentiment ko before when I was going through it na try ako ng try. Hindi naman ako nang luloko, hindi naman ako nang dadaya. Pero bakit siya? Lolokohin lang niya. Pero may partner siya. Bakit ito? Parang matagal na sila, pero okay naman. Siyempre, you can't escape comparing yourself di ba? Na, ano mayroon sa akin? May mali ba sa akin? So, I think yun yung magiging story nung rom-com kung sakali. Thank you.
Yeah, last question. I'm Army, I'm from homeschool.
Hi.
So I just want to ask, kasi yung kanta mo, sobrang emotional, may puso, may dating. So para sa akin, magpo-viral yun for me. Pero what can you say about the songs today na lumalabas na parang napakababaw ng meaning ng song. And then nagpo-viral. So for you, what do you think make it possible?
Wala po kasing perfect formula how to make a hit song. And wala rin perfect music on you can continue doing na magsasabing mag-hit yung song. So, taong bayan kasi ang nagsasabi kung ano yung gusto nila. So, you can always exert the effort, give your best, but the result, it's up to him. So, kung ano yung mag-hit, di mag-hit. Kung hindi, try again. Ganun po siya.
So, how can you encourage the new composers and the artists right now with this album?
Ano po?
How can you encourage the new artists?
Yung artist? Write lots of songs. Kasi, yun nga, based on trend, nag-iba po kasi yung landscape. Before, every 3 months, nag-release ng song and then album kagad. Now, every 45 days. It's algorithm driven. So, pag hindi ka nag-release after 45 days, yung streams mo ng numbers mo bababa. So, ang style doon, you write as many songs as you can. Para release ka lang na release every 45 days. Instead of releasing the album one time, you release it one by one. Yun yung style. Tapos, isa pa, sa mga bagong artist, wala namang nanalo na sumuko. So, kahit hindi siya parang nagluluto ng recipe. Siyempre, sa unang luto, hindi naman yan perfect. So, your first release might not be your hit. Your second release might not be your hit. Yung Halo ni Beyonce, she wrote, I think, 1,000 songs before she was able to write Halo. So, you can't tell kailan ibibigay yung para sa iyo. So, walang nanalo na sumuko. So, ang sagot dyan, huwag ka lang titigil. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Go ahead. Mike, please.
Inabot mo pa yung mga albums before yung physical.
Yes.
Di ba nagkaroon ka ng release ng albums before yung physical CD?
Yes.
Tapos pumipila yung mga tao sa mga shows, pipirmahan mo.
Yes.
Namimiss mo ba yun? Kasi ngayon, Spotify,
Oh, yeah.
Apple Music.
Siyempre, iba yung may, moment. ano yun, Mementos ba yun? O yung mayroon kang token, o mayroon ka ng CD. Iba yung may pirma ng artist, iba yung kinokollect mo yung CD.
Very personal.
Oo, very personal, di ba? Tapos, for you to get that CD, you have to go to their gigs. Ngayon kasi yung attention span ng tao, maiksi. So, kahit na-hit ka ngayon, anytime pwede kang mawala kung hindi mo sustain. So, I agree na I miss those days. Pero wala tayong choice but to adapt. Kasi you can't you can't go against the flow or yung abus. Meron talagang panapanahon eh. So, hindi na yun yung panahon niyan. And if you want to be relevant, you have to adapt talaga. Thank you.
Hello, just follow-up question. Since you mentioned po na kanina may hesitation sa paglabas nitong mga songs nyo dito sa album na to. So, after so many attempts to release it, what made this version the final one? Or what finally gave you the confidence to release it now?
Number one is my 10th year. So I think it made sense to close the loop nung healing arc. Na what's next? Actually, hindi ko nga na-realize na 10 years na ako eh. I still feel like I'm a newbie. Sa totoo lang. Kasi when you love something, it doesn't get old. You don't get tired of it. So, bakit ngayon ko siya na-release bukod sa 10 years? For me, I think ripe na yung song and I found the right stories. Sabi ko nga, I was able to rewrite the songs and maintain that flow na from start to finish, I can get your attention and really feel, sabi nga niya, na yung emotion talaga nandun. Kasi importante yung song. Iba yung maganda lang pakinggan eh. Pero yung nararamdaman mo yung gusto niyang sabihin, yun yung mas importante, yung human touch. So, once I was able to achieve that, one by one, sabi ko, pwede na yung i-release. So that triggered and nag-go signal sa akin na hinog na siya. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello po. So,
Hi.
yung question ko po, just being an artist, syempre meron siyang ups and downs. And many people would know you, but some wouldn't.
Yes.
Yung mga numbers po na yun, does it pressure you or do you still write songs like no one's listening?
Like, no one's listening. Kasi I still feel like a new artist, to be honest. I feel very young physically. I feel very young in the industry. And sa ngayon, yung numbers kasi ngayon, I don't look at it. It doesn't get in my head. Kasi ang objective ko talaga yung tao rather than me. Kaya nga hindi ako some people know me, some people don't eh. Kasi my wish with God was the song, not me. I'm not singing for fame. I'm singing to relate to people. Yun talaga siya. So kung ma-appreciate ka ng tao, bonus na yun. Importante, napasaya mo siya, na nakarelate siya, o napaiyak mo siya. That's the bigger meaning behind it.
Alright, and sa lahat po ng kanta na kinanta niyo kanina po, is there like a specific line na sobrang emotional niyo siya nagawa or what line is like the hardest part to write?
Paano ba mag-isa? Kasi, siya, very personal to me. Because great loss eh. Actually yung chorus itself, paano po mag-isa, saan magsisimula? Kasi it really came from my auntie's message to me. Sabi niya, Mark, di ko alam saan ako magsisimula. And I think a lot of people are going through that. Even my friend, hindi mo siya makausap when that happened. So, yeah.
Alright, yun lang po. Thank you
Thank
po.
Hello,
Hi.
it's from Music. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, pero most of your career, you've been an independent artist,
Yes.
doing it on your own. So how do you deal with the challenges that come with it? And ano yung advice na masasabi mo sa mga tao who have no choice but also to independent? Is this something na talagang ganito by design talaga na ito, you want to do it this way, or is this something na na-force lang out of the circumstances na available to you?
Actually, yung pagiging independent ko was my choice. Kasi, like I said, I'm also working full-time with my father, our family business. So, hindi ko kayang i-commit to anyone yung pag tinawag ako, uy, punta ka dito, uy, punta ka dyan. And I don't want people investing in me na hindi ako 100%. Kasi I'm not full-time with this eh. So, so yung pagiging independent ko, it was by choice. So that I'd have that flexibility on how to go around it. Although, it's very challenging kasi ikaw lahat. Ikaw mag-iisip ng marketing, ikaw mag-iisip ng paanong strategy mo, yung branding mo, yung paano ka mag-iikot. You have to ask everybody. But I was blessed when I was starting kasi with Warner. I didn't feel like I was independent. Kasi talagang kahit na I was signed as distribution independent artist, talagang they gave the full support. Yung first release ko na kay Tagal, feature nila kagad sa teleserye. I think, tapos napunta sa movie. And then yung Hiling, sila rin yung rin sa ABS, kinuha ng Pinoy Big Brother, so doon sumipa yung song. Even sa radios, they really helped me. They really went beyond what is expected. Although I'm labeled as an independent, pero they acted like I wasn't. I was blessed with good people like Miss Latch, who also later on, she was the head of Warner before, but she became my manager after. And she really guided me how to navigate, lalo na with contracts, ganyan. Kaya, it's very challenging and it has its own benefits. Kasi syempre, pag independent ka, freedom of time. At the same time, yung kita mo, nasa iyo. Diba? Hawak mo yung, like now, I have all my originals. It's with me. Yun. Magastos. I don't advise it to everyone kasi hindi naman lahat naiintindihan yung business side. Ang hirap kaya nun. Tapos ikaw pa yung artist, how will you do that? Nagkataon lang, business grad ako kaya gets ko. Pero inaral ko siya through time, ha? Hindi siya overnight. So, sa mga nagsisimula na talagang zero, I suggest you go sign. Kasi you'll be lost out there kung you don't have these people around you. But the good thing is, through social media, kahit na wala kang label or independent ka, decentralized ngayon yung music. Na you have your freedom to upload. Ang tanong lang, matyaga ka ba? Kasi araw-araw ang social media, you have to post every day. They have that energy. They have that, eagerness ba? Sometimes you need that push eh. Pagka-sign ka, they will help you, remind you, di ba? Meron kang team eh. Pero yung mag-isa ka, kausap mo yung sarili mo, hirap mo. So, it depends on your situation. Kung saan yung mas applicable sa'yo. I suggest you start with signing. Para once you learn it, if you want that freedom, then you go independent. So there's nothing wrong with either. It depends on your situation, what works for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I think that wraps up our Q&A segment.
Thank you very much.
Give it up for Mr. Mark Calper. And now we shall proceed